Hi.
Hi.
Um, you can hear it. What is this?
Oh, do you not know about
I
Cthulhu
don't
game?
know. All I've been told is that
Oh,
I should play it by like 10 different
oh,
people.
you're going in blind. Okay.
I'm going in
Yeah.
completely unaware
It's
of
already
everything.
whispering like, is this your hell?
Yeah. Oh, also, the success is my Stream Deck's still not working because of the OBS update. It's not doing a good job with everything. And I also completely uninstalled OBS and had to reset up everything today, and it still didn't fix it. So that's fun. Here, let me switch to video games.
Yeah.
Okay,
There
there we
we
go.
go.
Yeah.
I'm so excited that you have no clue what's going on. I'm so
Zero.
happy.
Zero. Feature, not a bug of the game. Oh, yeah, no, this is...
But look at the cute little lettuce.
Oh, when you launch the game, it says cabbage. I wanted to loop back around to the music. It takes a minute. So
Oh,
yeah.
fun.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I just realized the Russian / Ukrainian over cabbage.
Oh, yeah. Cyrillic.
Cyrillic, that's the word.
Anyway, a bunch of people have told me to play this game. I should check it out. So I am. I'm intrigued.
I like that you're going into this blind because the cover of it, like, this opening screen very much says it's a game for me, but
Mm-hmm.
the content of the game, it's a game for you. It's still for me, don't get me
There we
wrong.
go. Have we had dinner yet? No, no.
This is my dinner. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't yell at me.
We we both got off work at 6 and have been like doing various things. Like you're working on finalizing the layout for Fear by the Fire.
Oh yeah, I was sick for most of the day and just took the longest nap humanly possible and then was like, hey, I'm feeling better, thankfully, at like 7 p.m.
Yeah. And I was messing around with all the OBS stuff to see if I could fix that. Because not having my Stream Deck is very annoying. But we'll have dinner after. I'm only gonna stream for like 2 hours or so. Okay.
What? New game.
Also, y'all let me know if you can't hear it very well. Oh. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Do you wish to continue? Sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That walk was brutal, but this cabin's amazing. Full kitchen, running water, it really has everything. I like the squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace.
I can't wait to...
Sorry, everyone. It must be the dust.
Get those allergies under control, Mariah.
Don't worry, guys. I'm sure with a little elbow grease we can make this cabin shine.
So are you volunteering to clean, Gregor?
Oh no, he has bicep ribbons. I just noticed it.
You can't take me out like that.
No. Not many supplies here. Guess we'll have to go out and get what we need. There's a fireplace for making stew, so let's gather up some firewood, okay? Leave that to me, little guy.
I'll tidy up around the cabin. Need to save Mariah from dying due to this dust.
Hey.
Allergies are nothing to joke about, Karen. Karen?
I think it's Corinne.
Probably.
She's not dead yet, Pipsqueak. Calm down.
Thanks, Anatoly.
I think I'll go foraging outside. With over 450 mosses, 900 fungi, and 70 slime molds, there's bound to be treasure up here.
Roughing it is fun. Anatoly knows so much about edible foods. We're in good hands.
I think the slime moles will be the most delicious.
Oh, certainly not.
What about the fungi? Do you even know which ones are poisonous, Anatoly?
I could figure that out.
You can be the canary in the coal mine, Anatoly. I'm not ending up a corpse here.
Foreshadowing. Eek. Keep both eyes open, little guy. Plenty of wolves and brown bears around. They won't be a problem. I read up on 10 different techniques to incapacitate them. Number 1 is...
Anatoly!
Oh yeah. Sorry, Mariah. Got carried away again.
I'll help Anatoly look for food. I'm definitely better at warding off wild animals.
If we come up empty-handed, we can always eat some of the food we brought.
You mean the emergency rations? Bad idea, chump. Hey, Anatoly and Mariah are getting the food. Gregor is gathering the firewood. That makes you our designated chef.
Everyone's looking at you expectantly. You nod.
Very excited to try your cooking.
All right, everyone, let's go to work while there's still sunlight. Later. All right. Anatoly.
What's going on?
Oh, I was reading chat. Sorry. I've learned fairly recently, miners made a contraption that would supply the canary with fresh air once it started showing signs of dying, so they could all get out and still have their canary. Yeah, it's actually an interesting, like, the technology advances to save the canary were actually very impressive.
Because humans are actually kind of sweet.
Sometimes. The 3 exit the cabin, leaving you and Corinne alone.
I gotta finish this Slim Jim, sorry. I think Anatoly put the supplies in the kitchen. Thanks for helping out with the cooking.
Tutorial. To save the game, right-click or hit escape button on your keyboard to pull up the menu. This menu will allow you to adjust volume levels or exit to the title screen to view unlockables. Please note, going back to the main menu or exiting the game without saving will remove progress you've made. Be sure to save.
Do you have any experience making meals?
Of course.
Is that so? Looking at you, I think you'd be good at serving up food poisoning.
Rude.
Right?
It looks like Corinne will remember that.
I love the vaguely threatening Telltale will remember that.
Anyways, going to check out the living room. Let's talk later.
Corinne heads to the living room and starts dusting a little bit. You decide to look around the kitchen to find the ingredients for the meal tonight. Tutorial. You never know what you'll find looking around the cabin. Clues and secrets may be revealed by searching an area more than once.
Yeah, some things you're gonna have to search like 5 or 6 times.
Something is triggering Corinne appearing again over, like when I mouse over it by accident. Why not give it a try? What area do you want to search first? The cupboards. The first few cupboards are empty. Anatoly must have put the supply somewhere else. You check the drawers on the left. There's some dirty knives. There's nothing but cobwebs back here. Thankfully, no spiders.
Check the cupboards again.
You check the cupboards again. Just some mouse turds and cobwebs.
Check the drawers again.
You check the drawer above the mouse hole. Some kind of mold is growing in this one. Maybe Corinne will find it appetizing.
Behind the woodpile?
You look at the wood logs closer. This is just a pile of Norway spruce. You check the cupboards underneath the sink. You found a dead mouse. This would be a great gift to give to Corinne. You added the dead mouse to your inventory.
Also, definitely Doki Doki vibes. Just wait. I have a whole bunch of voices to do for you in a little bit.
You check the drawer above the woodpile. Something is making it difficult to open. You pull it open with all your might.
Time! Trumpet, sound off! Never fear, Onion is here! Like my cousin Cornbread says, I'll rise to the occasion. Always merry raspberry! Potato?
Cabbage stuffed me into this drawer. I'm pretty sure this counts as kidnapping.
Where's the trumpets? Why talk with those boring humans? All they have to give you is drama. Come chat with us instead. We'll share valuable recipes you can cook. We'll share with you our secret trumpet recipes. Collect them all to become a 5-star chef.
Tutorial. You can find unlocked recipes in the main menu under Extra, but be sure to save the game.
To celebrate, here's your first recipe card. Roasted eggplant with sesame and pomegranate. Meat-free.
First, let's save.
If you ever want to talk, just come to the drawer. Let's move out.
Cabbage rudely slams the drawer closed. You wonder if what you saw was real. You're slightly worried about what this means for your mental state. But only slightly.
Oh, Scott says I keep fading in and out. Can we turn that, like...
Yeah, I can adjust the cone.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Hey! Did you find the supplies?
You shake your head.
Yeah, I think the mic hates the Chompette voices a little bit.
Yeah,
I'll try not to be as loud. I think that's what it was freaking out on the most.
Probably.
Anatoly lied. He actually put them in the bedroom. Idiot. Here you go.
You got the emergency supplies. Corinne leaves you alone. You start a fire with some of the wood and get to work on cooking dinner. Tonight's entree, vegetable stew. In a large saucepan over medium heat, you heat some water with potatoes, carrots, and celery in it. 15 minutes later, you drain the pan and set the vegetables aside. Placing some butter in the saucepan, you melt it over medium heat. Throwing some chopped onions in, you cook it about 10 minutes. Wow, this is actually how you would make a vegetable stew. Onions are tender and translucent. Perfect. You next mix in some flour, salt, and pepper and heavy cream into the saucepan, adding the vegetables to the mixture. Hours pass. We're back. More firewood than you'll ever need. We found some wild sorrel. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a bigger bounty.
We keep peeking the microphone. Okay, maybe that'll help.
Anatoly's... It's you.
Anatoly's burying the lead. We saw a red deer.
Mariah spotted it.
Yeah, that's great. Anyways. Killed 17 spiders today while you were out looking at deer.
That should come as no surprise. There's over 160 species of spiders here.
Oh. 160?
Don't worry, Mariah. I'm sure they were all in the bathroom or something.
No. Almost all of them were near the couch.
I was gonna sleep on the couch.
That's where 16 of them were.
I'm not sleeping on that couch then.
And there's only 2 beds in the bedroom. Don't sweat it, Mariah. I could sleep anywhere, so I'll sleep in the rocking chair. I'll sleep with one eye open, just in case any of them swarm the couch.
Thanks, Gregor.
Corinne and Anatoly, you two take the bedroom. Thanks, big guy.
Joke's on you, Gregor. I always planned on taking one of the beds. Hey, Anatoly, I snore louder than a lumberyard. Sweet dreams, chump.
You turn me back to your bubbling vegetable stew and try a bite. This tastes pretty good. You cooked vegetable stew. Oh wow, this smells delicious. Thank you.
You must be a world-class chef.
Corinne takes a bite.
It's bland as hell.
Corinne.
Tastes like every other vegetable stew I've ever had. So generic.
Could probably use some meat next time.
Gross.
For a side dish, we could bake some bread and utilize the Fragria vesca, also known as strawberries, for some jam.
Nobody cares, Pipsqueak.
Everyone laughs at Corinne's polite ribbing.
Polite.
Cooking for friends. Nothing makes you happier than cooking a great meal for friends. This could very well be the best day you've had. You go to bed stuffed. Day 0. Day 1.
Except stabbing Corinne.
Hey, you up? How'd you sleep? I was so warm last night I didn't even need a blanket.
What time is it?
Oh yeah, save. You're also going to want to start making
Multiple saves.
Yeah.
Yeah. About 1 hour until dawn.
Will you two pipe down? I'm trying to sleep over here.
Great.
Oh.
Yawn. I'll just do it.
I like that you just said yo.
Gregor, the birds outside aren't making much noise yet. We didn't bring many supplies, remember? Better get a head start on gathering food.
I honestly can't see the trees outside right now.
Gregor. Did you see any spiders last night?
There was a small one in the bathroom.
Actually, I did see a centipede by the sink.
Mariah turns a little pale. Corinne's messing with you, Mariah. Let's find more than wild sorrel today. Yeah. If you're lucky, little guy, maybe I'll teach you how to catch some wild brown trout. What's with you and meat, big guy?
Anatoly's herbalism book stated that there's many more species of plants to eat out here. Let's leave the fish alone. You know, I'm not, into meat.
That's a shame. I'd wake up early to go fishing.
Cheer up, Corinne. We'll get to observe the trout at the very least. Maybe we'll see more red deer today.
That sounds like a waste of time, Gregor.
Maybe we'll find some blackthorn berries.
I love blackthorn berries. We'll be back later. You can watch our stuff, okay? You nod.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Huh. Don't steal anything, okay?
You nod. Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor, and Corinne leave the cabin with a hop to their step. You're alone, but thankfully you have a drawer of trompettes to keep you company. Tutorial. Each day you'll be asked to explore a different part of the cabin. You only get one choice, but then the day will end. Choose wisely. What do you want to check out today?
Save for... Oh, no. Okay, so pick one.
Oh. Hold on, can I can save.
Okay.
Just save. Okay, here we go. I'll talk with the Chompets again.
We'll see if the microphone's peaking again. I'll also try to control the volume.
Oh, wow! You almost cracked yourself! The other Chompettes are somewhere in the basement. So it's just us today. How about some fun cabbage facts?
You shake your head.
Great! Cabbage has 24 calories and 100 grams. It's a great source of vitamin K and C.
It's fading slightly when you get super high.
Purple cabbage has even more vitamin C than green cabbage.
Maybe you should ask Anatoly why that is when he gets back.
Globally, Russia eats the most cabbage. Pretty cool, right? I should have been a scholar instead of a world-class comedian. Since you've been so patient today, I'll give you the Chompette's secret recipe for Lebanese-style tabbouleh. Not your normal meal, but I think you'll enjoy it.
You're not sure. Tutorial, to check out the recipe, go to the main menu under Gallery. Be sure to save beforehand.
Well, my work here is done. Chompets, mosey out. Can you put me in the drawer? I want to surprise the others later.
You're extremely relieved that the cabbage has stopped talking. You shut the drawer as per her request. You look over the supplies and start planning your next meal.
Yeah, your microphone is not liking any of the Chompette voices.
Nope.
We're back.
Knock it off, Mariah. It's pretty rare to be scared of one. It's not.
Who knew the big guy would be so scared of...
Shut up. You don't understand.
I don't think anyone understands, Gregor. It was just a marmot, Gregor, not a monster.
Mariah laughs so hard that your ears ring.
That's just my regular laugh. No, it's gotta be the laugh from Agretzko.
Yeah. Tears are rolling down Mariah's cheeks. She's laughing so hard she's about to hyperventilate.
Oh, that's me.
Stop Mariah from hyperventilating? Absolutely not. One less mouth to feed, right?
I get it.
You don't get it. It's pretty personal. Then please explain, big guy. Gregor looks incredibly uncomfortable.
Let's leave him alone. We found some raspberries and elderberries near the cabin.
Quite the selection of berries. We also found more wild sorrel.
Is this gonna be enough for a good meal?
Everyone is looking at you for an answer. You decide to do an inventory of all available ingredients. It takes you a while, but you decide on your specialty, cabbage rolls. You first bring a large pot of water to a boil. You let the cabbage leaves boil for 2 minutes, draining the pot into the sink. In a medium mixing bowl, you combine some cooked rice, onion, and egg, salt and pepper, along with some tomato sauce. Use your hands to mix thoroughly and decide to wash your hands after it won't come off. Dividing the rice mixture evenly between the cabbage leaves, you then roll them up and tie a string around them so they stay in one piece. You place the cabbage rolls in a large skillet over medium heat, pouring the rest of the tomato mixture on top. Covering it, you bring it to a boil. You reduce the heat to low and let the cabbage roll simmer for about 40 minutes, being sure to baste it with liquid. Cabbage rolls. You cooked cabbage rolls.
You also need to check your recipes.
Mariah looks optimistic. Corinne looks skeptical. Anatoly looks curious. Gregor looks thrilled. You watch intently as everyone takes the first bite.
Mmm. Pretty darn good.
Wow, I could eat the whole batch myself. I think the vegetable stew tasted better, but I'm loving how tender the cabbage is.
The sauce is pretty red. Did you use fresh tomatoes for it?
It really adds to it.
So I used blood.
Spoon some of the liquid on top of it. You'll thank me later.
Ah, incredible. It's definitely growing on me. Thanks again for cooking. This was really something special. Everyone leaves the dishes behind for you to do.
That is not that's anti a rule in our house. Cook doesn't clean.
Then they shall die. And correct, the cook does not clean. Not happening. You settle in and go to bed. Everyone goes to bed full. Tomorrow will be another great day.
That Lord of...
Yeah.
Make sure to save.
I can probably just save over this one. There was no choices after this. Good morning, everyone.
Again, Gregor?
Can't you let us sleep in? Not today.
I've never heard the cook cleaning in my house either. Yeah, I think it's a pretty standard rule. Why?
Storm clouds are gathering outside. We need to find some food before it begins to downpour.
Gregor, you're overreacting. We have enough food to last us a while.
Enough food? I thought we used most of the supplies for last night's dinner. He's right. The meal you made was delicious, but it used a lot of what we had. Gregor's also correct. Precipitation is unusually high in this area, with many areas being high risk for flooding. It'd be foolish to not go out and look for food today.
You really think it'll flood?
Thankfully, the cabin is on high ground, but that doesn't mean we're safe from floodwaters. It's always a possibility, so it can't hurt to be prepared.
You're losing it, Gregor.
Corinne!
There's nothing to worry about.
I think Gregor's right, Corinne.
Huh?
It won't hurt to prepare for the worst.
I think she's right, Corinne. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Anatoly,
I have a kitty demanding.
let's go out and prepare for the storm. Foraging should be a key priority today. There are plenty of edible foods, and it has better odds than trying to hunt. Give me a few minutes and I'll plot out our route on some paper. Let me help, little guy. Anatoly and Gregor head to the bedroom to consult the map. Mariah and Corinne are still hanging around. Unfortunately, in life, you can't make everyone happy. When given a choice to speak to a character, choose wisely. You can only select one of them. Try to max out your bond with certain characters for unique dialogue and scenarios. Which one would you like to talk to?
Hey. This paper nailed to the wall looks pretty ancient. What were the old days like? Never mind.
He was calling me old.
You must enjoy these antiques, huh?
You bore Corinne with some brief yet dull descriptions of items lying around.
Cool. I'll tell, the others later.
Corinne looks disturbed by your comments. You hear a loud laugh from the other room. Gregor and Anatoly come back from their meeting. Gregor is blushing slightly. Hey.
I don't know why it's glitching so much.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's full screen, but that still seems weird. Can you cook something while we're out? You nod. Thank you. All right, everyone, we have our route now. Let's beat those rain clouds.
You should.
The group leaves, determined as ever.
Right.
Let's check our
Let me
recipes.
Let me pick you up. Oh, who's a big boy? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, no.
How do I check my recipes?
Is it options? I don't remember where it is. Oh, stop that. Kits.
That was a quick save option, too. You have the cabin all to yourself. What's that noise? Sounds like it's coming from the kitchen. Oh, yeah. Recipes are on the title.
You have to save.
I already did.
Whee! Yay!
Wee cabbage.
Extra. Think?
Don't read all these just yet.
Yes, there's my recipes.
They're actual recipes.
Amazing.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Oh. And look how sweet he's being.
No. Huh? Radio? What's going on with that radio? You didn't even notice it on the ground when you walked in. Did somebody leave this radio here? It looks newer than anything you've seen before. Seems to be broken. Better hold on to this. You got the strange radio. Before you cook dinner, what should you check out? Let's check out the bedroom.
You sure?
Yes.
It's just melting. Can't keep him upright.
Poor Anatoly. Corinne's snoring is so loud she even wakes you up sometimes. Anatoly must be running on fumes. Would he have the courage to wake her up, though? Probably not. You wait around for the others to return. Okay. Mariah's back early today.
Hey. The others are still looking for food outside. Anatoly found some more berries. But nothing that'll feed all of us. Please don't tell the others. But I'm a little worried about our supplies. I crunched the numbers, and we don't have enough food, even with rationing. Last if there's a big storm and we get stuck here.
Mariah seems disappointed in your inventory management.
Can you try cooking with a little less this evening?
You nod.
Thank you. You've done such a great job with meals so far. You're very sweet.
Is Mariah blushing a little bit? Mariah, we'll remember that. Didn't even have an option for her to remember. Your relationship is stronger.
Yeah.
Maybe you can teach me to cook sometime.
Kitsy boy.
Your little
Kitsy boy.
chubs.
Kitsy boy. Kits. Making him dance.
And he's purring so loudly, too, you would think he would hate.
Hey, you could hold cooking classes here someday.
Hey, you could hold cooking classes here someday.
Rudely interrupting a tender moment, the others burst into the cabin. That shonky boy.
Look at this chunk.
Don't be so down, everyone. We got tons of good berries.
Jam is so bland without any sugar. Do you have any sugar?
You shake your head sadly.
Sorry, he was trying to get your attention. Yikes. He's... There we go. That's what he wanted, to be in your lap. Oh, I'm so covered in cat hair now.
Yep.
Oh,
Turn
kids.
that frown upside down, Corinne. Who knows what tomorrow will bring?
I'm not smiling for you, Gregor.
Eek, you missed out. The sunset was really tremendous on our way back. Hues of orange, red, and even a little purple poking out.
Red sky, sailor's delight. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning.
So we can expect a sailor's delight tomorrow? That's awesome. Such an optimist, big guy. We must have walked a few miles today. Gorgeous sights. You could even see snow on the tips of the mountains. That rumble sounded like a dying cat. You looked from person to person, trying to determine who it was.
Mariah? I'd recognize that sound anywhere.
Guilty.
Mariah looks embarrassed, but the group laughs at her honesty. Except for you. You search your mind for something to say, but all you can think of is an old riddle. Those who have it do not want it. Those who have it least succeed. Those who have it for too long perish. When you feed it, it gets smaller. What am I? Dust. Try again, big guy. Everyone is pondering the answer. Mariah's face lights up.
Is it hunger?
Correct.
Yeah, I was gonna guess that.
So, what's on the menu tonight, chef? Bread and jam. You crush the berries in your mortar and pestle, spreading it on some crusty bread. Oh. There he goes. You cooked raspberry jam and bread. The bread's a little tough.
Gregor, don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
But this homemade jam is to die for. Haha. Sorry.
No, you're right, Gregor. This bread stinks.
Mariah! Everybody laughs. You're not sure this could be called a meal, but it got the job done. Everyone thanks you for dinner and heads off to sleep. Go to bed wishing you had more. You had a strange dream. Something is riding on your back, and it's becoming a nuisance. You try to see it in the mirror, but you can't get a good look at it. You'll try almost everything, but it won't get off. The pain between your shoulder blades gets worse by the minute. You wander away from the cabin, stumbling by a river to soak your pain in cool water. You didn't want things to come to this, but you've exhausted all other options. You swim out to the middle. Rocks on the bottom cut your feet. You slip and fall to your knees. You lean back, trying to submerge the thing beneath the waters, but it won't drown. It won't. You splash frantically, plunging your head beneath the water. The current takes you downstream. You try swimming to the shore, but it's no use. Water fills your mouth and nostrils. After a minute, you stop struggling against the current. As you gaze up at the sky, you feel it leaving your back, drifting into the sky as you sink to the bottom. As you take your last gasp, you see what was on your back staring into your eyes. But you don't even have the air in your lungs to scream. You wake in a cold sweat. Okay. Okay. Cool. Wake up. Sorry, you were making strange noises in your sleep.
What's going on, Gregor? Did the lightning wake you up?
It woke me up. Tried to fall back asleep, but it's so loud.
Let's just get back to sleep and talk about this in the morning.
Everyone nods in agreement and gets back to bed. Except for you. You can't fall back asleep. You still have goosebumps from the nightmare. Corinne's snoring is louder than a sawmill. You find it very loud and very distracting. You don't sleep a wink. Everyone is now up and awake in the cabin. You hear the front door open and quickly slam shut. Anatoly sounds petrified. I looked out the door and we're completely surrounded by floodwaters. Looks like sailors take warning was more appropriate for today.
Maybe it'll clear up tomorrow.
You can't steal big guy's optimism, Corinne.
Why the hell not? That's all he has going for him.
He's also good at chopping wood, though. Knock it off, you two. Mariah, do you think it'll clear up tomorrow?
I give it a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow.
Based on what?
I was bored stiff, so I read a book on local precipitation levels for the last 20 years in the living room.
Sounds like you're stealing Anatoly's thunder. Anatoly, you're a book nerd, right? Why didn't you read it?
Couldn't make it past the cover.
Is that right?
Yes.
That bookshelf has some great books on artisan crafting and natural sciences. Why let them sit there gathering dust?
How did you arrive at 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow?
It's easy. Take the time of year, multiply it by a factor of...
Mariah begins to explain meteorology to you. She isn't dumbing any of this down.
Yeah, that's me.
You want to read that?
Similar to... Where... So the first thing you need to understand...
Minutes of explanation feel like hours. You look over at Anatoly. He's listening intently to Mariah. So intently he hasn't blinked yet.
God, what a vibe.
You see his eyes drying up. A tear rolls down one of his cheeks. This is brutal to watch. Mariah finally wraps up her lecture. She ends with a bow. Nobody claps.
Please clap.
Tough crowd. Mariah, that was awe-inspiring.
You lost me a few minutes in, but it's okay.
I didn't understand a word of it. Yeah. Anatoly turns to you. Anyway, there's no telling how long this will last. We can't leave the cabin until these floodwaters stop. I know our food situation is a little tight, but I know you'll make the right decisions. I believe in you.
Me too.
It looks like we have enough leftover berries for more bread and raspberry jam. I'll pass on the jam. Just give me more crusty bread. Everyone laughs.
Are you Gregor?
Except for you. I don't like bread.
Yeah, but you would be the one that's like, give me crusty bread.
With everyone stranded in the cabin, you need to keep everyone fed and happy. You sneak out to the kitchen while everyone's still talking. Get out some crusty bread and get to work making some more jam. With the kitchen to yourself, you decide to check in on the Chompettes.
Hello! Don't worry, as leader of the Chompettes, I'll make sure none of the humans know about us. That big guy would try eating me like an apple, so definitely don't tell them about us.
Ha 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 ha.
Are your plans going awry?
I forgot he's the deep voice one.
Yeah.
Got another cornbread classic for you. Did you hear about the bread maker's bakery burning down? No? Her business is now toast.
That one's been done to death. Do you know how raspberry and milk were introduced?
You tell her no.
Raspberry shake.
You let out an audible groan.
Did cornbread teach you that one?
Nope. Wasted an entire day thinking about that terrible pun. It was well worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual Chompette Comedy Competition this year. Of course. Not while I'm here.
I won't choke on stage this year. Isn't that every year, Bread?
We still talk about that closing line, Bread. You're gonna do great this year. Anyways, don't even think of eating us if you're hungry. Chompettes stick together through thick and thin. Rain or shine.
Feast and famine.
Potato, I swear to God, repeat the line or we're locking you up again.
Life or death.
That's right. Chompettes. Move out.
The Chompettes somehow manage to close the drawer on themselves. You bring the crusty bread and jam into the living room.
What'd you think about that?
That was an event. Corinne interrupts you as you bring in the food.
Took you long enough.
Corinne looks at the 2 slices of bread left in the mason jar of raspberry jam.
There's mold on these last 2 pieces of bread.
Corinne is right.
What the hell is the matter with you?
You grip the knife tightly in your hand.
You think this is enough? For 5 of us?
Wait, we can't throw this bread away. It's all we have left.
Gregor's right. Anatoly, will mold spores give us food poisoning?
I'm no scientist. Sorry.
Let's pick off as much mold as we can. We can't leave with the floodwaters, so this will have to last us another day.
Everyone grimly nods, ripping apart their piece like a pack of wolves. Gregor seems to unhinge his jaw and eat it in one bite. He looks like a duck eating bread.
Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, but it's more than we had when we left Ukraine.
Plenty of rainwater outside, so at least we won't die of dehydration. Until this storm is over, nobody should leave the cabin. Should clear up if we just give it a chance.
Anatoly, where are you getting that information from?
One of the books on the bookshelf about the climate here.
You're illiterate, so that definitely is a lie.
I've seen him reading. Little guy's been studying.
I'm serious. He pretends to read those books because he wants us to think that he's smart, but I can tell he's just staring at the page and faking it.
What do you think?
I'm gonna grab a plate real quick.
Okay. You must be going blind then. Thanks. I don't know why Corinne would make up something like that about me. You aren't fooling anyone, Anatoly. Corinne has stormed off. Thanks for backing me up. Good to have someone so positive around. Anatoly looks relieved. You think he'll remember that. I guess let's call it a day. Yeah. Sure. Everyone shuffles off to their sleeping areas. 10 minutes later. Hey. Corinne likes to find somebody's weakness and use it against them when she's frustrated. Just wanted to thank you for backing me up earlier. You're very sweet to do that. Anatoly looks at you with a look of admiration. See you tomorrow.
Anatoly's gonna be in love.
Oh, God. Anatoly looks like he's blushing as he walks away. You're definitely sure Anatoly will remember that. You get ready for bed and put a blanket on. You go to bed very hungry.
Yeah, so this is probably a good time to tell you, don't look it up, but this is kind of based on a true story.
I know.
Okay.
You don't
More like
dream.
based on a true historical situation. Because based on a true story implies that these four people existed. But it's more like
Yep, I know. You don't dream the entire night, but you sleep through everyone waking up.
That's how fast a deer can run if startled.
Whoa. Incredible.
impressive.
I wish we had a deer here. With the food getting lower, let's just skip today's meal. No. It's only for one day. Various cultures and religions have practiced fasting throughout the history.
That doesn't make us feel any better, Anatoly.
What options do we have? Our food wasn't rationed properly.
Oh, they really laying it on thick, blaming you.
Anatoly leaves, mumbling to himself. So passive-aggressive of him. Everyone goes to a separate area. Corinne in the bedroom, Gregor in the living room, Raya in the kitchen, Anatoly in the bathroom. Who do you want to speak to? Let's go with Corinne. Looks like she's just slicing away at a block of wood.
Hashtag just girly thing. Hey, can I let you in on a secret? I've actually enjoyed your cooking so far. The others expect me to be rude and mean. So I have to keep that reputation up, right? Can't have anyone thinking I'm soft.
You're not sure where this is coming from.
Promise me you'll give me some cooking lessons soon. Okay?
She's not ready yet, but you nod politely.
What do you think that line meant? Thank you.
You're definitely sure Corinne will remember that.
Yeah, now's about the point in the game when you really start questioning.
Yeah. You leave Corinne by herself. Everyone looks pretty down this evening.
Wish the rain would just stop.
You're all doing great. Must be almost at the end of this nightmare. So hungry.
Too.
You are, too. You wish everyone a good night and get ready for bed. You go to bed with a growling stomach. You have a strange dream. Boy is yelling at you in the kitchen. You keep telling him to lie down on the tray, but he keeps shaking his head, calling you names. So you do it. You lie down on the tray and make your body as flat as a board. You show him how it's done. His anger turns to courage, pushes you into the oven. As the stench of burning hair fills your lungs, you see him sneering back at you. You wake in a cold sweat. Is it bad that I'm starting to get hungry?
Here's some Chex Mix.
No. I'm just like, Everyone seems to be sleeping in later than normal. Their stomachs must have kept them awake all night. The rain is still pouring outside. You can barely make out the trees from the windows. You hear a stirring of blankets, arms, and legs. Mariah looks petrified.
Hold on.
Couldn't sleep.
Anatoly has bags under his eyes. The storm is too loud. Corinne looks out of it.
Cabin was creaking so much last night. It sounded alive.
Gregor looks a little gaunt. I got a good look out the window.
And?
Couldn't see anything due to the rain.
Great observation, Gregor. So hungry last night. Kept pacing around my bed.
Corinne turns to you.
When is this gonna end?
I checked outside the door again. Floodwaters keep rising. Unfortunately, we're going to need to stay put unless one of us wants to drown in rainwater. As soon as the weather lets up, we'll be able to scavenge for supplies.
Okay. How close is the nearest town?
I don't know.
Didn't you have a map on you?
I think I dropped it while we were running after Gregor. I'm sure it'll show up eventually. Mariah and Anatoly go white as a sheet.
How are we gonna find our way back now?
We'll have to ride out the storm. Mariah looks at you.
We're down to our last slice of bread. I don't know how much longer we can put off eating.
The group stares at you. It'll clear up in no time. Maybe you're right. The group looks worried. They all gravitate to an area. You can tell Gregor's putting on a fake optimism and Mariah's having trouble. Which one do you want to speak with today? Oh, hey. I know you already searched the kitchen, but I had to do double check. A fool's errand. I wish everyone was in better spirits. Can't rain forever, right? Rainfall in this area can last days to weeks. You tell Gregor to stay strong. You know what? Thank you. The group is really thankful for your kindness. Gregor blushes a little bit. I always wanted to be the one that kept everyone in good spirits. But it's obvious you do that much better. Gregor is looking at you fondly. You're sure Gregor will remember that? The rain is pounding hard against the wooden cabin, but at least none of it is getting inside. You tell Gregor to keep his spirits up and join the others. You call everyone together. They all look grim. You could cut the tension in the room with a knife. Everyone is staring at you. They're expecting that last piece of bread for dinner. You bring it out. Everyone cannot take their eyes off of it. You instruct everyone to take a pinch, and slowly all 5 of you tear it apart like a wishbone. Everyone studies their piece of bread carefully, wondering how long it will last. Corinne is the first to eat hers. Chews each bite a few hundred times before swallowing. Anatoly chews it cautiously, opening his mouth once he finishes each bite. Mariah nibbles on it silently, eyes wide, moving from person to person. And Gregor just pops it in his mouth like a cherry. It was gone in an instant. The group thanks you awkwardly. It's not much, but you've run out of options. You wish everyone good night and get ready for bed. You go to bed starving.
Don't forget to save.
There haven't been that many options yet, so...
You should still save.
Good morning. Save the game.
Morning.
Let me check if the rain has stopped. It's still flooding.
What are we gonna do?
Humans can live about 2 to 3 weeks without food. Water isn't a concern. Rainfall should end in a day or two, right?
Actually, precipitation can occur more than 215 days a year here.
But do you really think it'll rain that long?
Anatoly. It's been days already. What makes you think it'll stop soon?
Eh. Relax, everyone. Let's see how long we can ride this out. Fingers crossed it's done by today. Panic is slowly creeping in. Everyone's looking scared. You need to survive. Corinne and Gregor begin to discuss next options. You want to speak with Mariah in the kitchen? Or Anatoly in the living room? Think instead about everything you've done wrong and how you've doomed everyone.
You can choose to do that.
Hey,
Mariah looks relieved to see you.
When in doubt, depression spiral.
how are you holding up? Not very good. It's very sweet of you to ask.
Mariah's looking at you intently. She gets a little closer to you.
I noticed you didn't use any meat when cooking. Usually I have to pick it out of the foods the others make. But you respected that. Thank you.
Mariah is looking at you with admiration.
I need to speak with Gregor for a minute, but thanks again.
You're definitely sure Mariah will remember that. Okay. I have no clue what's going on with this game. You decide to check out the drawer again. You ask Potato where the others are.
They'll be back. They wanted to explore the labyrinth of tunnels around the cabin. Surely you've seen the mouse holes, right? They connect all over the cabin. Must have been some mouse that created them, or something worse. Anyway. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Things are going to get worse from here on out.
You have a feeling Potato is telling the truth. You realize the drool is leaking out of your mouth.
Disgusting. Don't even try to eat me. You'd just get deathly sick if you tried. And from the look of you, you need to retain all the water you can. From rationing to cooking, you failed every common sense measure for basic survival this week. You knew something like this would happen, right? Never mind. With floodwaters rising and no food now, I think it'd be a great time to go over the fundamentals of starvation with you. When experiencing starvation, there are 4 factors that will determine if you live or die. Age, height, weight, and your degree of activity or inactivity. You've been especially lazy, so I think you'll survive a little longer than the others. The Harris-Benedict equation can help you figure out how many calories you need to simply maintain your current weight. The equation produces a number called the basal metabolic rate, or BMR. Stay with me here. BMR equals 655 plus parenthetical 4.35 times weight in pounds plus parenthetical 4.7 times height in inches minus parenthetical 4.7 times age in years. Got it? For fun, let's try it out on someone here. Mariah. Using Harris-Benedict, she looks like she's 120 pounds. About 5 feet 5 inches tall. About 20 years old. Crunching the numbers. I think she'd need about 1,388 calories daily. But that's being abnormally stationary. She'd have to lay in bed all day and night, just eating, breathing, and using her brain. Not very common when you're starving to death. People tend to get up more. If she was being very active, let's say swimming through floodwaters, we'd need to multiply that 1,388 calories by 1.9. So now she needs 2,638 calories a day. That's quite the difference, especially if you didn't ration the food properly. Which you didn't. I guess that wraps up our first survival lesson. Hopefully we'll never have to speak again. Okay.
You shut the drawer, going over the numbers again. I don't think any of us can take this much longer. Gregor's voice starts to crack. I don't want to ask this, but it's time. One of us needs to go outside and search for food. Everyone is silent.
I'll go.
Mariah?
I used to swim all the time near my house. So I'll probably have the best chance of swimming through the floodwaters.
No! Let me go instead. You won't get very far if anything happens to your glasses, Anatoly.
You're blind as a mole rat, remember?
That's true, but... Little guy, let me go. Gregor,
Sounds good to me. His arms are definitely the longest, so he's probably the best at climbing trees out of all of us.
No, that wouldn't be right, Gregor. Let me go instead.
I get that none of these options are good ones, but we need to find food or help. Gregor grabs a branch from the woodpile, cuts it into different measurements. As we can't come to a consensus, let's draw for it. We'll each pick one from my hand, and the shortest will go outside to search for food. You're not worried about drawing. You saw Gregor cut the branch lengths, so you can tell which is the biggest of the bunch. You pick it. You watch the others intently. Will it be Gregor? Anatoly? Corinne? Will it be... Looks like I've got the short...
Like I've got the shortest.
Mariah. Mariah.
It's okay. I watched Anatoly forage earlier. So I'll know what to look out for.
Just swim until you find higher ground, then scout the area.
Maybe you'll find a fish out there.
Everyone looks heartbroken.
Corinne, Anatoly, Gregor, I'll keep us alive. I promise.
You promised. Everyone watches as Mariah leaves the cabin.
Every time you bounce, you're hitting my shin.
Oh, sorry. Silence is deafening.
Goodbye.
The door shuts behind her. You can faintly hear her yell about how cold the water is. And then silence. Mariah has left the cabin.
I'm sure we'll see her again.
The rest of the group nods. Everyone stays up, waiting. The sun has completely set. One by one, each person quietly shuffles off to bed. You get ready for bed, and you pass out. The achievement was dead to me. The hell? Hold on a sec. Sorry. Dealing with the Discord thing. Friend requested. Alright. Zaban.
Okie dokie.
The stream didn't freeze.
Yeah, no, sorry.
We're handling suspicious activity.
Suspicious. Yep. Sorry. You have a strange dream. The two women in front of you could be twins. One of them you recognize, the other is a guest. You ask the guest to sit on a shovel, and then you try pushing it into the oven. Her legs are so strong you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you hiss. You stretch out your legs until your toes are almost sticking in the coals. You feel 4 hands on your shoulders, and both of them push you in. The familiar smell of smoke and burning hair causes you to throw up on the ovens. Can't let it be end like this. You rip the metal door off the oven, tearing through the wood logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase the two through the woods. Your burns chill with the wind. The guests look behind her, and her eyes widen when she sees you. She's terrified. Your fury rips trees out by their roots, soil from the ground, rocks from their pits. You've never been this angry in your entire life. Their stamina can't last forever. You're gaining on them. As you trample through a field of wheat, the guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. Catch the glint of it in the sun. Golden. As if by magic, the earth splits in front of you, creating a chasm of fire below. You fall into the pit, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs. You're unable to scream anymore. You wake in a cold sweat. Morning. You think she made it to higher ground? I believe in Mariah.
Me too.
We'll be fine.
What you get for stealing my chicks, me?
I stole the part you don't eat.
That is true. So what do we do now? Just wait?
We're in.
How long? It's been almost a day since she left.
Anatoly and Gregor look nervous.
Someone needs to go look for her.
We need to wait, Corinne.
Wait for what?
The nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do for now.
So it could be days before she gets back? What are we supposed to eat? Mice?
Corinne. I'm sure Anatoly will agree, but we'll discuss next options when we get to it. Every waking thought is about food now. I never should have eaten that much.
I'm...
Corinne's hands are involuntarily shaking. Gregor and Anatoly just nod in agreement. They don't even need her to elaborate. You're sure Mariah will make it back. She promised. Everyone retreats to their areas.
We haven't gone to the basement yet.
Haven't. What do you want to do today? It's not giving me the options.
It did in the beginning.
Yeah, but
And when talking to the trumpet.
it only gave me the option to go to the basement that one time. Nope.
Mice.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Who do we talk to?
I'm leaving it up to you.
Okay. See, there's bones under the floor.
Hey, you don't have to lie to me. I know Mariah's not coming back. I don't know where she came up with her being the best swimmer. I guess the only one that would know would be Anatoly. Last summer, Anatoly would watch her swim from the shore. Could have been a lifeguard. Such a good swimmer. Never went under, but if she did, he would have pulled her out easily. Why would she lie about something like that?
Ren seems deep in thought. Maybe it's better to leave her alone. You close the door softly.
There's something under the floor.
Yep.
Wasn't bone. Something.
It looked like a bone. Hey. I can't stop thinking about that vegetable stew.
I'd be fine with bread and jam.
I'd be fine with just the strawberries. Nobody else laughs. I would kill for some vegetables right now. You would, too. I'm going to try to get some sleep.
Good night. See if you can click on that writing on the wall. I can't. Okay.
You fall asleep quickly, but you only dream about desecrating a corpse. You wake in a cold sweat, in a completely different room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh?
Oh? Good morning.
Ren's looking worse. Will you cook for the group today? You take out a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven. You cooked meat.
Where did you get that?
You ignore Corinne's question. What's that smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. Where did you... Three are looking at you, salivating. You take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting it into small cutlets. They immediately grab some off the plate, chewing ferociously. You take a piece and immediately devour it.
Do you have any more of this?
You explain how the meat is stored securely, hidden, so you can ration better this time.
I understand.
Thank you. Anatoly runs to the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This taste is... Gregor wanders off. Anatoly returns, looking choked up. I was too weak.
Left you some of the meat. Don't fight this, Anatoly.
Anatoly takes a cutlet from the plate, turning his back to the group as he devours it. I see.
What do you see?
You can hear him crying.
Finally, my focus is coming back.
Leaving was a group hallucination.
Was it?
I don't know.
Going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied, okay?
Ren leaves you with the men. Who do you want to talk to? I haven't seen the bathroom. You knock on the door first. Anatoly? You slowly open the door. Thanks for checking on me. You ask if he still feels sick. Not anymore. I think it was a mental thing. Please don't tell me where the meat came from. The less known, the better. You nod. Thank you.
Little sad vegetarian boy.
Another hard for Anatoly.
Like flowers for Algernon.
You leave Anatoly and go tidy up some parts of the kitchen. Hours pass. The meal gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. Eating will just make them hungrier. They're fine now, but soon they'll be begging for more.
His shoulder friend is gone.
Oh.
Charity's lady called that out in chat.
Oh, yeah, he is. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explain that you want to ration the meat better this time, and there will be no dinner.
Fine.
I understand. I guess I'd rather eat tomorrow than more today. No arguments? Perfect. Everyone decides to call it an early night. You fall asleep instantly tonight. I forgot about his shoulder friend entirely.
It hasn't been there for a while.
You have a strange dream. You're having dinner with a blacksmith, but he's not touching his food. The only light in the room comes from the oven. He clears his throat, stroking his beard. I can forge anything, he says. Your eye has been giving you issues lately, so you reply, forge me a new eye then. You laugh, but then the ropes come out. He ties you to your chair with a long rope to prevent you from struggling. You rip the rope apart without even trying, so the blacksmith uses a thicker rope. No turning back now. He takes a hot poker out of the coals. Holding it in front of his face, you can see his beard and eyes watching you. He slowly brings back the poker, aimed carefully for your eye, before plunging it through your skull with a sickening crunch. The force of the blow throws you backwards a few feet. You're unable to break the ropes. You vomit all over your chest as the smell of your decimated eye floods your nostrils. The blacksmith stands over you, spitting on your body. You wake in a cold sweat. Day 9. It's only been 9 days. You wake up to see Gregor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look out the window. You notice anything? The floodwaters have receded a little bit, but everyone is still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Good morning, big guy. We'll try and make it back. This might sound a little crazy, but every night around 2 a.m., I can hear her outside. She makes this awful gurgling noise like she's trying to get water out of her lungs. Have you heard her, Gregor? Sometimes, when the rain gets faint, I think I can hear her whispering.
I haven't heard anything like that.
When she's whispering, it's like she's trying to tell you something, right? Yes.
I sometimes hear her crying through the radio. But that's just a broadcast, right?
I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. One step closer to Mariah. It's what she would have wanted. What's gotten into you, Anatoly? Anatoly's eyes look at you, begging. Bring us another slab. Please. He clearly doesn't have the stomach for it. I can't get the taste of it out of my mouth. Sorry. Bleh. Please help me. Anatoly. Gregor looks pained at Anatoly's words.
I think he's right. Please, bring us more of that meat.
You grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it to the boiling cauldron water. It will taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it up right away. What's taking so long? Boil it faster! It looks almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing the chunks whole, like a duck does when eating bread. Anatoly creates ripples in the broth using the spoon he isn't eating. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me. Mariah... Anatoly begins to weep. You look over at Corinne. You didn't notice her even start to eat. There's just an empty bowl now. Corinne is staring right at you.
How much more meat is left?
You explain how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it.
Ugh. How could you be so careless again?
You remember Corinne's knife. You need to think fast.
What the hell are we supposed to do now?
Let's see.
Wait around again? This storm isn't ending.
You clear your throat. Anatoly. Yes. I think tomorrow you should look for Mariah. Or forage for plants outside. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants like you. Please, Anatoly. You can swim back after a few hours.
Gregor is right, Anatoly. Maybe you'll find Mariah out there.
I think Mariah's fine by herself. She still hasn't accepted what happened yet. She doesn't need anyone's help. But we need your help, Anatoly. That's right, Anatoly. Please help us. Let me sleep on it, okay? No problem, little guy.
Thank you.
Everyone shuffles off to their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. You go to bed ravenous. Something approaching.
Hey! Don't be a crybaby. It's just me. Onion. Not going to be very sweet today. I'm worried about Anatoly. He's going to cave to peer pressure. Can you stop him from leaving the cabin?
You don't answer, Onion.
Please? Don't you trust me?
You shake your head.
Got a fun factoid for you. Did you know that leaving out an unpeeled onion in your room absorbs bacteria? It will help prevent colds and ward off viruses.
I wonder if that's actually...
That was a lie! The fun factoid of that myth, people actually believed it in the 1500s. How embarrassing.
Who would believe that?
There even was a doctor in 1919 who caused a surge of people believing it. Anyway, you know what smells like a raw onion left in a room? Ew! It's been a while since your last bath, right?
You can't remember.
Could smell you before I even came in the room.
Onion!
So, can you stop Anatoly from leaving? I know he has cabin fever, but this is ridiculous.
It will be impossible to stop a grown man from leaving.
Please? We don't need another one stalking the hallways. Tapping on the windows. Crying through the radio.
You have a sudden urge to scream.
Why do you think I've been using the mouse holes to get around? Scared to death that I'll remember her. Don't make me tattle to Cabbage about you. She can be as mean as Potato if you get on her bad side. Just kidding, she's great. Anyway, when the time comes, just tell Anatoly you care about him and don't want him to leave. Even if it's for me, okay? You can trust me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to work on some new ice skates.
What?
They're made out of butter slices, so I'll get to skate around the frying pan tomorrow. Later!
What is going on?
What is going on in...
Your mind finally manages to forget everything that happened. You fall asleep again, still ravenous. Day 10.
Hmm?
Day 10.
Hmm?
You have a strange dream. A fox is collecting payment in your living room. You despise him, so you put 2 dogs at the bottom of a sack, then add 6 chickens on top. Fox smiles at you and leaves. At some point in his journey, the fox will eventually open the sack. Dogs tear the fox in half.
I feel like these are just Malkavian premonitions.
Yeah, that's probably accurate. Filled with such loathing for the fox, you gave him the only things you had for food, all those chickens. As the snow piles up outside, you begin to eat whatever. Find pillowcases, candles, leather. One day you wake up and you have nothing left to eat. Absolutely nothing. Just an insatiable hunger. A few days later, you go mad and leave the cabin, completely ravenous. A nearby tree looks like charred meat. Your iron teeth cut through the tree bark, tearing your gums apart by the splinters. Your mouth fills quickly with blood. Days later, a deer gallops by, the first creature in the woods to see your corpse. You wake in a cold sweat. Something smells terrible in the living room. Someone puked in a corner. You wipe it up with a rag to save them the embarrassment. Good morning. Good morning, little guy.
Well, Anatoly, what's your decision?
I barely slept last night. Her whispers came through one of the holes in the floor. She kept telling me to come outside. We don't want to rush you, but one of us puked last night. So that's what that smell was?
Anatoly, my patience is wearing thin. You have 1 hour to make a decision.
Well, why so quickly?
Because I'm not waiting any longer.
You could see the glint of Corinne's knife under her dress. Best to watch out for that knife. The group disperses. Tensions seem to be rising. You have 1 hour to kill. What do you want to do?
There's the basement. Or you can talk about the job beds. You just haven't seen the basement yet.
Anatoly looks pale. Thanks for coming over. Anatoly seems comforted by your presence. Gregor told me he's heard Mariah. I'm sure Corinne isn't being honest with me. Have you checked out the basement door closely? Every so often, I can see her peeking out at me through the holes. I really don't want to drown outside, but at least I won't have to have her tormenting me anymore. You know what's in the basement, don't you? I don't. Of course you do. How else would you keep us Anatoly looks like he's going to puke. Please, get away from me. Anatoly leaves your vicinity. It looks like Anatoly will remember that. You call everyone together for a meeting.
I like how they all start appearing in the scene slower.
Anatoly, you okay, little guy? Anatoly looks pale, like he's going to pass out.
Anatoly, have you made a decision?
Yes. I'll help you all out. I promise. Thank you, Anatoly. Big tears roll down Gregor's cheeks. I'll miss you, big guy. I'll miss you too, little guy.
Huh. Thank you, Anatoly. I know this wasn't easy, but it's for the best.
Corinne,
Yes.
Gregor looks at you expectantly. Did you want to say something to Anatoly? You say nothing. He doesn't even give you the option.
Goodbye, Anatoly.
Goodbye, everyone. Good luck, little guy. Like, meat's back on the menu. See you soon, little guy.
Huh. I guess all we can do now is wait. Good night.
Corinne goes to the bedroom to sleep. I didn't tell him the truth. Gregor is getting choked up. I didn't tell him. I'm missing him already. Gregor curled up on the couch for the night, turning his back to you. Shut your eyes, quickly, falling asleep. You hear scraping from the floor.
Found you.
You explain how this isn't a good time right now.
This is no laughing matter. I'm worried about Gregor. He's as tall as a tree, but as dumb as a brick. What's the root of that? Another cornbread classic. You're being very unpopular right now. That's a tree reference. Get it? Anyways, you need to protect Gregor from the red-haired woman. Cabbage called an emergency trumpet meeting. Told me to give you this mission. Watch out for that knife and protect Gregor at all costs. Understood?
Say nothing.
You're fooling nobody with that act. You've never had hearing loss. Let's go with a nonverbal answer, all right? Protect Gregor at all costs.
You nod.
It's the yeast you can do, right?
You tell Brud that pun didn't make sense.
On a roll today. I'll see you around.
Brud hops away, squeezing himself through the mouse hole with a small pop. You fall asleep thinking about what Brud told you. You have a strange dream. It's lying on the table in front of you. You take off the glasses first, partially cracked, and set them down next to the workbench. Working the saw, you wrap the cuts in an old newspaper. Some of it gets soggy immediately, so you begin drying the cuts with a towel before wrapping. Much better. You hear something approaching, so you clench a fist and get ready to strike whatever's coming for you. You wake in a cold sweat.
What did you do?
I said, meat's back on the menu.
Also, the Chompettes are awfully familiar with you.
Yeah.
You've never had hearing loss.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea. You wake in a completely different place. Did you sleepwalk, or you found the meat? Everybody's still asleep. This would be a nice surprise after yesterday's events. You decide to cook breakfast for everyone. Cutting each slice fairly thin, you brown each side in the oven. The smell is unique. Corinne runs into the kitchen.
What is that smell? Give it to me. Now.
You don't argue. Corinne grabs a cutlet, burning her hands before bringing it to her mouth.
Ah.
She hungrily devours it, barely chewing. She grabs another cutlet off the plate and eats it. You thought she was concerned with rationing. Gregor wakes up from the couch and heads into the kitchen. What? Already? Gregor looks conflicted, but he succumbs to the hunger. They always do. Gregor eats his food in a few bites, carefully grabbing a second cutlet. The tears start streaming down his face, but he doesn't make a sound. You join them in the meal, quickly consuming the meat on the table.
I can think straight again.
I haven't got any new recipes recently. I'll check, though.
We'll be out of here in no time. No need to ration anything now.
Corinne is sounding more determined than before. I'm going to lie down on the couch, try to keep this food down. Gregor crawls onto the couch, turning his back to you. Corinne leans in to whisper.
I'm glad Mariah and Anatoly are gone. They were stopping us from bonding properly. How did you get so good at it?
You tell, Corinne.
After one bite, it just made me feel whole again. Even with the nightmares, it's worth it. It took a few nights, but I fought back. And now it's all I can think about. I read the book on necropsy. The text is ancient, but the diagrams are beautifully drawn. Very descriptive. How many years did it take you to perfect the craft?
You tell her.
Yeah, right. I used to tell Mariah that you weren't funny, but that's not true. Sorry about that. You've grown on me.
Corinne pauses, deep in thought.
You know, Gregor can't swim, right? He'd be the next to leave, but he doesn't stand a chance outside. They always seem to come back, right? In one way or another. Why wait for him to come back?
Corinne hands you a vial of liquid.
I think you know it needs to be done. This is a strong anesthetic. Don't ask me how I found it. I want you to slip this into Gregor's mug tonight. This is for the best. You won't feel any pain until he wakes up. All you have to do is stand back and let me work on it.
This request is beyond extreme.
Will you do this for me? Oh yeah, there's multiple endings.
I assumed. I'm going to have to play this a few times. So, Bread made me promise to protect Gregor from the redhead woman. Do I side with Bread? Or do I side with Corinne?
I'm not influencing you either way. I want your first playthrough to be completely pure.
I need to psych myself up for what's next.
This is my first time.
Yeah, this is my first time. I want it to be perfect.
I knew you would. Thank you.
You nod. Turning quickly. Oh. Corinne hands you a vial of mysterious liquid, and you add it to Gregor's mug.
Gregor? It's been a while since you've had some water. Come drink with us.
Gregor looks frightened. Can't stop thinking about the little guy. Can't even remember what happened before we arrived. It just never ends. I miss Anatoly and Mariah.
Let us toast to Anatoly and Mariah. They'll always be inside of us, Gregor. Can't change that now.
Gregor begins to weep.
Don't antagonize him, Corinne.
You're right.
Hmm. We're having it raw tonight, Gregor.
What?
Eating raw meat is one of life's great gambles. Get awfully sick, or
Gregor slowly puts the meat into his mouth, ignoring the smell. Swallows each bite with a wince on his face. To get sick. I'll never forget the first time I met Anatoly. We were kids chopping firewood outside the house. Anatoly brought over a butterfly net filled with them. He introduced himself and asked me if I wanted to hold one of the butterflies. I had never held one before. He told me not to crush it between my large paws. He did have miniature hands himself, so I get it. And Rin, what did you put in this water?
would you do anything to save your friends, Gregor?
Of course. Gregor's eyes start to droop. What the hell was Corinne's liquid? She told you.
I think it'd be best to have an early bedtime tonight. Let me help you onto the couch, Gregor.
Yeah. Thank you, Corinne. I Gregor passes out cold.
Thank you. I'll do the rest. Even if he screams, please ignore Gregor when he wakes up. Okay?
You don't want to interrupt Corinne with this. You leave her alone, going into the bedroom and crawling into the bed Anatoly slept in. You fall asleep almost instantly. Day 12.
Wake up, sleepyhead. You were having a nightmare. Thanks for letting me practice last night. I think I did a great job. Made us all some breakfast this morning to celebrate.
Breakfast? With what?
That's a surprise. Gregor already finished his. Took a few hours, but he caved. Come on, let me show you.
You get out of bed and head to the living room. There we go. Why?
He's a little weak from blood loss, but don't worry. Bandage him up like a field medic. What is it, Gregor?
Where are my...
God, you're stupid. Maybe if you spent as much time reading books as chopping wood, you would have noticed the pages I was bookmarking in the necropsy book.
What are you talking about?
Do I have to spell it out for you? You can't swim. How are you supposed to help us out when you'll immediately drown? You'd sink like a log.
What?
I put some of your limbs away for safekeeping. That leg was pretty tasty, huh?
Gregor goes pale.
How's that for a big breakfast? And don't try to crawl away. If you leave this couch, I'll end you. I don't want any of it to go bad, so we'll have to eat that fresh arm when everything else is gone. Speaking of which, I'm gonna start cooking another chunk. I'll leave you two alone to chat.
This has gone too far. Hey. All I wanted to do was keep everyone alive and together. But I failed at that. Are you disappointed in me? No. Thank you.
You're taking such a nice route. I
That
was
means
mean
a
as
lot
hell
to
on
me.
my playthrough.
Growing up, nobody had to tell me to be big and strong. It just happened naturally. My mother always made sure I never went hungry. Seconds, thirds, fourths. And yet I complained my belly was not full. One day on my way home from school, I was walking by the town inn. Smelled something amazing coming right out of a pile of trash. I dug through it and discovered a bag. They threw away a meal that was fresh out of the oven for some reason. At least, that's what I thought. I became ill with food poisoning. I hugged the toilet and cried for hours. My mother rubbed my back and eventually carried me to bed. I learned nothing from that experience. Like everywhere else, I was just here for the food.
A mood.
I'll never get this foul taste out of my mouth. She's going to keep eating me. I'm sorry. Getting too lightheaded to hold a good conversation. She's going to torture me again. You know that, right? You nod. Gregor grows a little more pale. Can you cover me with a blanket? I've never been this cold. This cabin, it chills me to the bones. Or what's left of them. Please, consider it my dying wish. Yes, consider your dying wish granted. Thank you. Much warmer now. Watch out for that knife, okay? Gregor begins to look at peace. And watch the last of Gregor's air escape his lungs.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
You tell Corinne that Gregor gave up.
We could have kept him alive for another week. What's wrong with you? No matter. Plenty of food left now.
Corinne leaves you alone. You head to the kitchen to try to find the other remains. Gregor. You look at the pile of dishes and your mind starts to wander.
Let's play hide and seek. There's 5 of us to find. Can you find all of us? The red-haired woman should know where the basement key is. And I bet one of us is hiding down there. She's whittling something in the rocking chair right now. So watch out for that.
Probably best to avoid the knife.
Wait. Isn't that your knife? Why did you let her have it?
You shrug.
As the leader of the Chompettes, it's important you find all of us. So please don't forget any of us. Good luck.
Cabbage rolls away and tries to hide. Why would Cabbage want to play hide and seek right now? You have been neglecting the Chompettes lately. Can't hurt to play along with them, right? You go talk to Corinne in the living room. Looks like Corinne's just slicing away at a block of wood. Gregor's remains have been stored
Gregor's
for safe.
remains have been stored for safekeeping.
Here.
Scrubbed all the blood out of the couch to save you the trouble. Can I help you? Wasn't it in the kitchen?
You can't remember.
I haven't seen the key.
Maybe one of the Chompettes can help you find it in the kitchen. You decide to go look for it. Thankfully, there's not too many places for Cabbage to hide. Where do you want to check first? You hear some rustling around. That's fast. She always picks the same hiding spot.
Found me. Well done. As leader of the Chompettes, getting through mouse holes is a chore. Can't find any Chompettes to push me through. So I guess you'll have to help me out.
Cabbage has joined the party. 4 Chompettes to go.
Glad you asked. Keep it up. You'll be a member of the Chompettes in no time.
You ask Cabbage about the basement key.
Did you forget again? It's right in that nasty oven.
There's nothing but a big pile of ashes in the oven. You found the basement key.
There it is. That's to the room where we found Potato. Check behind the cauldron for the other one.
You got the basement entrance key.
Let's go find Onion. He's hiding in the bedroom.
She's making hide and seek far too easy.
Onions!
Cabbage rolls down the hallway. Can't hurt to find onion, right? Found him.
Don't be a crybaby. It's just me. Onion.
Onion.
Today, I'm sweet as sugarcane. Honest. Wow, your breath stinks. Drenched head to toe in sweat, too. Could smell you coming a mile away. Gross. Were you scared of the redhead woman or something?
You tell Onion truth.
Whoa! Sounds like I missed some messed up stuff. You get a pass. I'm sorry to hear about Mariah, Anatoly, and Gregor. But yikes! That's 3 people gone in less than a month. Not as bad as 5 people in one night, though, right? I would probably lose my lunch if I had to see that again. Anyways, didn't mean to be rude. I got your back.
Onion has joined the party.
Glad to have you join us, Onion. No problem. There's nothing else to do today.
That's not true.
I heard Brett making noise in the living room. You know how loud he can get. Brett? The one and only. Show him back. Let's move out.
Your party is quickly expanding. 3 chompettes left. You're getting a terrible headache. And your face is feeling numb. And your legs aren't moving. Oh well. You do some timed breathing exercises for a few minutes. That seemed to help. You suddenly feel a second wind coming on. Time to get that bread.
Get this bread.
You proudly strut up to the living room, happy to be alive. Are you, though? Are you, though?
Rip, Gregor.
Bread. You hear bread coming out of the mouse hole. He's taking his sweet time.
Found me. Everyone's secretly favorite chompette, bread.
Ah,
Don't you love me? My cousin Cornbread taught me that one. He has hundreds,
he is corny.
no, thousands of terrible puns. He's my role model. So, what do you need?
You tell Bread about gathering the chompettes together.
That's a pretty crummy idea. Remember what happened last time? With Potato? I mean, we all choose to be in that drawer, but this? You're going against the whole grain here. Do you really think we want to go back downstairs?
Red, we need your help finding Potato. It's you, big guy. Come help.
I would never let the chompettes down. No need to pass my culinary quiz. I'm coming with you.
Bread has joined the party.
That's great, Brad. Glad to have you on board, Brad.
Of course.
Wait. Are you drooling?
All 3 chompettes are staring at you.
Are you thinking of eating us?
You accidentally lick your lips.
Out of it. You already ate. We're no good for that.
You glutton. Did they pass out?
Holy cow! Get them up! So heavy.
You stumble to your feet.
Let's, go find Raspberry and never speak of this again.
I think I heard her over by the basement door. Perfect. Chompets? Move out.
You have 3 Chompettes in your party. 2 more to go. Your head feels like it's going to crack open. And your hands have gone completely numb. This one is lasting longer than the others. You focus on wiggling your toes for a minute. You didn't pass out cold on the floor. 2 more to go. You go check out the basement door. Where is she? You feel a chill run up your spine. Goosebumps are all over your body. She's here. Birds outside turn silent. You could hear a pin drop. Almost hear her breathing. You feel the sudden urge to scream.
You can't sneak up on me. Don't ever try that again. Surprise! Found you, Raspberry! It's you, Cabbage.
We wouldn't leave you behind, Raspberry.
Honest. We need your help fighting Potato. Our combined Chompette detective skills say he's in the basement. Oh yeah? Let's find Potato and get out of here.
Raspberry has joined the party. 1 more to go.
Don't worry, the basement is already unlocked. Oh crap! The red-haired woman is coming over here. Chompette, let's hide out.
All 4 Chompettes quickly escape. You pretend to be studying the basement door. You hear Corinne creeping up behind you.
Found you.
You see the knife out of the corner of Corinne's dress.
I don't know if I can wait any longer. Show me where you keep hiding the meat. Let's tear them apart, piece by piece. Just like Gregor.
Corinne looks like she's ready to bury the knife into you. What do you do? Tell her about the basement.
So that's why it's locked. Open it. I have to see the room.
You unlock the basement door.
Thank you.
Hi, Shiva.
Shiva, are you scared? She's staring up at you so sweetly.
Hi.
I'll bring some cutlets and we'll have a great dinner. Okay? See you soon.
Corinne descends the staircase into darkness. You lock the basement door.
Did you? Did you just lock the door?
You block out the screams of rage and bargaining. Given enough time, it will end. You crawl into bed and go to sleep.
There you are.
Hey, Shiva. Day 13. You slept in today. The pounding has completely stopped. You really need to go to the bathroom. You decide to open your eyes. You must have sleptwalked to the bathroom last night. The glow of the candle is oddly comforting. The candle blew out, and the door is locked. You find a flashlight in the corner of the bathroom and turn it on. Tutorial, you're in the dark, but you're not alone. Click on an object around the bathroom to get more information or find hidden Shiva.
He's like, Papa, I'm scared. It's a scary game. Papa, it's a scary game.
If you're stuck, just wait a little bit to see the glint of objects to inspect around the bathroom.
This is why I thought you could click around places.
Just move around your cursor to search the room. Someone forgot to restock the toilet paper. Beyond disgusting. This is
Disgusting.
truly the scariest thing you've ever seen.
There's a mouse hole.
Oh, are you locked in the bathroom again?
You tell her about the candle being blown out.
Maybe you just need to try wiggling it a little bit.
You unlocked the bathroom door.
Sometimes the simplest method is the best one. Now, if you excuse me, need to conduct the next secret chompette meeting. Later!
You quickly make your escape. That was easy.
And normally you look around there a bit more.
I happened to go to the left first.
You're getting really lucky for your first playthrough.
Apparently. Well, getting locked in the bathroom is enough excitement for one day. You get under the covers and quickly fall asleep.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
Corinne? Just your imagination again. Corinne can't still be alive, right? Somebody's at the door. You grip the doorknob tightly, getting ready for what's next. Oh, hi, Gregor. That can't be the real Gregor. You determine the haunt has officially begun. Some spirits move on immediately. Others linger. Some stop at nothing to give you a heart attack, or get you to fall down a flight of stairs, or cause you to wander into an early demise. No way of knowing which one the group will choose. The rain has stopped outside. You decide to go look out the window. Oh, I'm alright. The floodwaters are completely gone. Corinne would appreciate the good news, but not after locking her in the basement. No good reason to leave the cabin. Plenty of food here now. You've been so busy you forgot to eat. You head to the kitchen for a snack. Corinne's hiding spot was too obvious. You take a few bites of meat. You lost more of your humanity. Not fresh enough. Oh well. You decide to crawl back into bed and get a little extra sleep. Oh. Day 3,479. You have a strange dream. The clouds have parted. The rain has gone away. You wake up in a cold sweat. Is this another trick, or... Good morning? She's still sticking around. You head to the kitchen to get breakfast. Your food is gone. That noise was coming from the living room. Anatoly? Nobody's here. Some deep scratches are dug into the wood by the couch. Something is approaching. What's making that noise? It sounded like it was coming from the basement door. You go over to investigate. A cold wind is blowing through the hole in the door. You get goosebumps all over your arms. Is this a... You wake in a cold sweat. Day 15. It's raining again. They're taunting you with dreams of a sunny day. You get out of bed and head to the living room.
I actually have no clue which ending you're getting.
You can still smell Gregor here. Should you have intervened with Corinne? It probably wouldn't have changed the outcome. It also might have led to your death. The couch is still comfortable, even after Gregor imprinted on it. You decide to take a nap, which quickly turns into a sleep. You must have woken up too early today. The cabin's living room is pitch black. You pick up a flashlight nearby to explore the darkness. The first note you ever received. Thinking about the messenger puts a smile on your face.
Humanity, who needs it?
Ah. Oh, hi. Aunt Sholly? You notice a note sticking out from one of the books. I know you've been ignoring my other letters, so I am begging you, please bring back my daughter safely, or I will need to get the others involved. I left payments outside the door and will pay any price. Please let her go. You don't have to involve anyone else. You take the mother note with you. You decide to lay back down on the couch to get the rest of your sleep. You sleptwalk again. You can hear Potato mumbling in the drawer. Hello, Potato.
Oh, it's you again. Tell me, in that first week with the red-haired woman and the others, where did you sleep?
You think for a minute, but come up with nothing.
It's worse than I imagined. If I can be honest, it was truly horrific to witness. Still nothing? You would routinely collapse in the middle of the hallway, sleepwalking into walls, or worse, going into the basement. I can't believe you haven't broken your neck on those stairs yet. You seem to survive almost anything. Do I have that right? Must be that addiction to meat. Or something else. Would you share that secret with me?
You tell Potato the secret.
Wow. Didn't think you'd be foolish enough to tell me. I've lived longer than expected already. This is good information to take with me. Thank you.
Is that the right thing to tell Potato?
It's a delight to watch you fall apart. What does the red-haired woman have in store for you?
You haven't thought about Corinne in a while. How many days has she been down there?
You do realize she's probably been feasting on the three. She'll be much stronger than the last time you saw her. Go downstairs. Put an end to this. Not for the chompettes. Just for me.
You head for the basement door. You quickly do the math in your head and determine Corinne will be dead in the basement. It's been enough days, right? You open the door and prepare for the worst.
Yeah, absolutely not.
It's just a staircase. Nothing to be scared of. You begin your descent. The random screen flashes of the game glitching are actually more terrifying because they're it's like, jump scare. Oh, wait, no, it's not a jump scare. Something's approaching.
Can you hear me? I've been down here the entire time. It's so good to see you again. There's plenty of bread down here. Aren't you saying anything? I'll never forgive you for what you did. You put Anatoly through hell. You desecrated my corpse. You gave them that disgusting hunger. All of that is water under the bridge now. Anatoly's down here. Come have some bread with us.
They always try things like this. Their anger, concentrated near their grave, leads to tricks and traps. You're not falling for this one.
Why aren't you listening to me? There's bread down here. Loaves of it. Fine. I won't stop you from finding the others down here. One piece of advice? Beware of Corinne. She is ill beyond repair. Gregor will try to talk you out of reaching the room. Anatoly will try to talk you into leaving the cabin. And Corinne will rip the flesh from your bones. We'll talk again.
You feel Mariah leaving the staircase. You go deeper into the abyss. I feel like we're already there, buddy. The walls down here, they're dirt and soot. Something is approaching. I'm glad I found you. The rain outside has stopped. Did you hear that knocking? Another trap. Everyone's upstairs and wants to leave. Mariah was worried sick about you. Tell Gregor about speaking with Mariah. Guess I can't lie to you, huh? You just stood there while Corinne took my limbs, doing nothing. Are you frightened by her? If you won't come upstairs with me, please turn on the light when you reach the room. I want to see the look on your face when that light bulb turns on. Can you do that for me? You nod. Thank you. Thanks for letting me lick the bowls clean. That was enough to keep him at bay. We'll meet again soon. Beware, Corinne. You feel Gregor leaving the staircase. You descend deeper into the abyss. The air pressure down here feels greater. Oh, hi, Sheep. You're getting closer to Corinne with each step. Something approaching. Boop, boop, boop.
Don't mind me just checking Discord messages because I'm spooked.
Oh, thought you'd still be fending off that glutton Gregor right now. You tell Anatoly about meeting with Gregor. Oh, I was going to try to see if you wanted to pick onions with me. Shake your head. Guess there's no fooling you, huh? You survived this long, and now you'll need to fend off Corinne. I can't tell if I'd rather have you or her sticking around down here. You ask Anatoly where Corinne is. Oh, she's just below us. Waiting to devour you. Corinne's been practicing on her butchering again. Maybe she'll start with your arms. Down here, the whispers have told me about you. I can't even believe some of the things you've done. Worse than that, any war crime. So many whispers about those sorts of things. So many whispers down here. It ends at the bottom. Corinne might be alive down here, but you won't be. See you again soon. You feel Anatoly leaving the staircase. You grit your teeth and keep going. Your feet finally hit solid ground in the basement. Something doesn't feel right. You feel around the walls blindly and locate the light switch.
Hello! You've come so far! Proud of you! As leader of the Chompettes, I wanted to let you know we have your back. No matter what happens down here, just call out to us and we'll be there.
Okay.
Honest. Wouldn't let you die down here.
When you least expect it, we'll roll with you.
You can't sneak up on me. But sneaking up on you, extremely easy. Are you deaf? Raspberry. That was pretty cruel, even for me.
Your ears have so much dirt in them, they could probably grow potatoes. We'll have to work on those jokes, Potato. Sure.
Weren't you hiding in the basement room?
Circumstances have changed. I wouldn't miss a killing for the world.
Just remember, down here, you can call on us. We'll help you out in a bind.
And if you get lost down here later, please avoid the room where it happened.
Room where it happened. The room where it happened. Sorry.
I can't speak for the others, but I'd like to forget what happened there.
I don't think we'll ever forget that, Potato. But thank you for coming along with us. I wouldn't call it a change of heart, because you really never had one, Potato. You should have brought it down here, but I'm glad you're here to help.
Wish I had a joke here, but what you did was no joking matter.
That's enough.
Got redeemed. Hydrate.
Oh.
I'm out of water.
Here.
Hello. Jumpets, let's head out. Hey, Shiva.
The Chompettes get in position behind you, ready for what's next.
I
You feel around the wall blindly and locate the light switch.
just want to imagine this tiny ass raspberry is just like,
For you.
Yeah. Heads are gonna roll.
took you long enough. Let's
Life
end
bars.
this.
A tear rolls down Corinne's cheek.
Should have never left Ukraine.
Hey, as leader of the Chompettes, can't leave you hanging. All of us are ready to help you out here. I see you've ignored my warning to watch out for that knife. Please survive this fight. We want to play hide and seek again. Chompettes, how about?
Cabbage has filled you with hope. You gained 5 HP. Corinne lunges at you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Chompettes are a heal.
Oh, okay.
Are you talking to yourself again? Won't be burying you.
You try throwing a punch. Corinne easily dodges it. Looks like Corinne is plotting her next attack.
Punch.
The cut is deep.
Oh.
This will need to be treated if you make it out of this alive. Corinne catches her breath. Corinne readies the knife.
You're going to taste better than Gregor.
A tear rolls down Corinne's cheek.
Should have never left Ukraine.
Hey, it's me. Ian. No crying down here, okay? Let me look at those wounds. Blood? Gross. Your eyes be open.
Your eyes begin to water.
What did I tell you about crying? You got this, champ. Good luck.
Onion's words make you feel a little better, but only a little bit. You gained 5 HP. Corinne lunges at you. Please, you've started to bleed.
Are you talking to yourself again?
Corinne laughs at you.
Won't be burying you. I don't really care who dies down here. You're both pretty awful. Luck.
Those words cut pretty deep. Does make you feel a little better, though. You gained 5 HP. This was an ideal time to talk to the Chompettes. Corinne looks confused, though. Looks like Corinne is plotting her next attack.
Just attack her.
You attack Corinne with a lunge. You barely land the soft punch.
Should have kept the door locked.
Corinne slashes at you with her knife. Corinne missed!
I'll snap those legs like twigs.
Corinne looks you dead in the eyes. Corinne laughs at you.
Won't be burying you. I'm secretly everyone's favorite Chompette. But I owe all of this to my cousin Cornbread. Raziel.
You point out that Raziel was one of Onion's relatives.
Oh. Getting harder and harder to recall any long-term memories. Is Onion my sibling?
You shake your head.
Oh. Good luck.
Bread. You gain 5 HP. This was an excellent time to talk to the Chompettes. Corinne looks confused, though. It'd be best to watch out for that knife. You attack Corinne with a lunge. You barely land the soft punch.
Should have kept the door locked.
Corinne slashes at you with her knife. You dodge Corinne's knife, feeling the air hit you.
You shouldn't be this fast.
Corinne looks at you dead in the eyes. Oh. Corinne's looking winded. Swipe at Corinne's jugular. He's too fast. Just rest.
Just rest.
Did I Chompette? Back.
Glad to see you still have it after all these years. Still quick.
You ask Cabbage if this reminds her of Potato in the room.
Of course. It wasn't as dangerous as the red-haired woman, though. Just an absolute loser.
Potato.
Inside voices, Cabbage.
Might not have to keep this charade going much longer, Potato.
Seeing the Chompettes argue like humans again makes you feel a little better. You gained 5 HP. Corinne rushes towards you. Oh. Corinne's seething. You swipe at Corinne's jugular. She's too fast. Corinne attacks. She barely missed. Corinne is about to take your life.
It takes her HP when you are able to dodge.
Sorry for not helping you much down here. Then again, you didn't help us much down here. It'll be fascinating to see what happens if you lose.
You're not feeling any better. The Chompettes have stopped helping. Corinne glares at you. Dodge. Corinne is breathing heavier. Corinne's muscles tense up. Where did this energy come from? Corinne lunges for your neck. She missed.
She loses more HP
She is panting.
than when you attack her.
Okay. You stumble into one of the walls awkwardly.
Killing you will be easy.
Damn. Corinne is breathing heavier. Corinne's muscles tense up. Where did this energy come from? Corinne lunges for your neck. She missed. Corinne is panting.
It's over.
I want my back. It's an angry potato. Corinne stumbles down the hallway, turning left at the end. You're hobbling after her, but the room is pitch black here. The rot of a decaying flesh. Nauseated. You can hear the small echoes of Corinne's footsteps disappearing below, making this room feel enormous. You can't see their eyes, but you can feel them. You're being watched. The staircase in the center winds downward, spiraling into the abyss. You're getting lightheaded again. Gravity almost gets the best of you a few times as you work your way to the bottom. Your shoes stick to the floor when you reach the bottom. The smell of mildew and something rotten makes you gag. You can barely make out the outlines of door frames in each direction. Head east, opening the door. You feel Corinne's presence close by. Oh, hi. You want to read?
Together again.
Ground and dissected. The Butcher of Hope has returned. Where's Corinne?
lost in the abyss.
Her rage blinds her. Ravenous. Completely ravenous.
Nikki's asking if we're close to the end, so I'm telling her some spoilers.
Okay.
She will never be able to move on.
Bound to this cabin by you, she will never escape. Those that die in the cabin are bound to different rules. Fleeing west did nothing. Victims will always gravitate to this cabin.
Always find a way to you. You wretch.
You abomination. You horror.
Turn on the lights and savor your inhumanity.
Turn on the light. Turn on the light.
Turn on the light. Reap what you have sown.
Mariah. Anatoly. Gregor. Corinne. That is the end of the game. Okay.
You have to click through the credits. Oh, no. Just goes a little slow.
Yep. That's an end of the game, yeah.
Yeah.
That was certainly a thing that we did.
So, you never found cornbread or turnip.
Nope.
What do you think the story is?
You're cannibal
That's part of it.
who is insane.
Oh, you should see the outcome if you romance Corinne? Yeah. I've seen all the endings.
I was trying to.
You have to talk to her like every time.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
Oh. I mean, it's Eastern European.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Could be Baba Yaga. It's Slavic. Goodness.
It is Baba Yaga.
That's what I figured, yeah.
But there is an interesting setup to the Baba Yaga situation.
You have to dedicate all of your time to someone to max one of them out. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just got like kind of like a weird middle ending thing.
Yeah, you got like kind of the first playthrough ending.
Because the game doesn't give you any real direction, but I don't feel like it needs to. Also, it was literally 2.5 hours. It is going through the credits again. How do I get it to stop?
Maybe let it cycle through one more time.
I guess so.
I
was hitting escape. It wasn't doing anything.
Who do you think Potato is?
That is you hallucinating former victims.
No.
No? Hmm.
I said specifically Potato.
Oh,
not the
specifically Potato. Your last victim? I don't know.
Who do you think the 5 in 1 night was?
I mean, there's 5 trumpets. Okay, I have no idea then.
Who's Cornbread?
Don't know. I didn't meet Cornbread. You are asking me questions I can't answer.
No, I'm asking you questions to ponder.
Yes. I'll have to play this more.
Let's see if it...
It goes back to the sprites and gives me the menu. I think I clicked and it started loading the credits again. I think I needed to escape out.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
It'll go through the Kickstarter backwards and be done again. It's going a little bit faster this time.
Credit to all the Kickstarter back. But yeah, no, my first playthrough, I spent all my time on Mariah.
Mm.
But yeah, I also have watched like every MatPat video on this.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of cool how like his theory evolved when he played more. F me, now I have to effing get ready for bed after this.
Sorry.
Yeah, I watched all the MatPat videos. Yeah.
I'm gonna go cook dinner.
Special thanks to Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah. Junji Ito. Yep.
You know, all the people you're inspired by. Every Twitch and YouTube streamer. Every TikTok hashtag cooking companion.
Nice.
Markiplier.
And you.
And you.
Not done yet.
Same on the MatPat because it hilariously combos game theory and food theory channels. It does. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's both channels.
You hear talking upstairs. Thieves? You grab your flaying knife and silently go up the stairs. You'll eat well tonight. Yep, that's what I thought. The four looked completely shocked at the sight of you. She doesn't look like she has the courage to speak.
We've been lost for a few days. Your cabin is the only hut we've seen out here. Can we stay here for a few nights?
You clear your throat and ask the questions you've asked thousands of times. Did you come on your own free will, or were you sent?
Yes, it was Baba Yaga.
We were technically sent.
Anatoly. We came on our own free will.
The woman looks confident in her answer. They answered incorrectly. You clear your throat again, coughing profusely. You may stay in my cabin until you're ready to leave. The group looks terrified of you, as they should be.
Wasn't that trail steep?
Yeah. The group finally returns to normal. It's forced, but they attempt to save face. That walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Full kitchen, running water, it really has everything. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace.
Rena, check it out.
A cabin? All the way out here? What about that psychopath? We lost him a few kilometers ago. Don't worry. It doesn't look like anyone's home. Hello?
Come on, Rena. Sun is setting. Let's take shelter here just for the night.
The colors gave it away. The names gave it away.
Of course.
Front door has a few different ways to lock it. Should keep him at bay if he shows up. Interesting.
Oleg.
I guess we don't have a good choice.
We'll head back to Zakopane in the morning. Don't worry about it.
It's just for one night. You decide to join up with your friends inside.
Did you lock the door?
All set.
Could you see him out the window?
No, he probably went back to town. Hi, Brett.
Is anyone here?
No, yelled and stomped around. Nothing.
This cabin is abandoned. Let's stay here tonight.
What?
Relax. It's gonna be freezing outside tonight, so it's either him or us. Let's avoid making a fire. Don't want him to see us in the distance.
No fire. Hi, Onion.
There's blankets in the bedroom. We'll be fine, Oleg.
This cabin chills me to the bones. We'll need 'em. Whenever Bullock gets nervous, he tells a joke to break the tension. Got one of Raziel's classics for you. What do you call Snowman's kids? Children.
Let's split up and search the cabin. See if you can find any food for us to eat tonight.
I'll take the bedroom. Leave the living room to me.
Rena, I'll search the kitchen. No need to help me. Sorry. You sure? Of course. I know exactly where to look first. I got the Zakopane Junior Baker Award, remember? Selena! Alright, everyone. Let's move out!
Help the team by searching the cabin for supplies. Your bond with Selena, Oleg, and Bolek is unbreakable. Focus on exploring the cabin. You only get one choice, so choose wisely. Who do you want to help out first?
Save.
Oh.
I thought we were done.
Yeah, this is the DLC.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh. We are done.
Yeah, for tonight.
I'm gonna stop for tonight. I'll come back and play more of this in sometime soon. Thanks for hanging out with me. This game is interesting.
Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting. You want to cut back to the... Yeah, there we are. Thank you, guys. It's been really fun watching you explore this. I had no clue what ending you were gonna get. I'm yawning. I love Cooking Companion so much. I'm glad that you're liking it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're getting a proper scare.
Yeah.
Have good noms to do. Yeah, we need to go eat dinner.
I'm gonna go cook
Meat.
meat. Have a good night, everyone, and sleep tight. How do I do this without my stream deck?
Sure.
And mute that, and goodbye.